This message was meant to reach you before tomorrow, because what's coming the first week of May isn't just a shift, it's a soul test, a silent scan, and a spiritual mirror. From May 1st to May 7th, the moon isn't guiding you, it's testing you. So listen closely. This isn't fear, this is preparation. This week, don't expect the moon to be your gentle guide. It isn't here to soothe, it's here to test your emotional structure. From May 1st onward, the moon begins weaving through volatile territory, colliding with the intensity of Mars. This isn't random. You may feel unstable, moody, or deeply unsure of why small things hit so hard. That's not weakness. That's alignment being shaken loose to see what survives the shake. You're not breaking down, you're being broken open. Every moment that triggers you is revealing something buried, a belief, a wound, a truth you tried to silence. And as these emotional threads unravel, the universe is watching, not to punish, but to expose what's been hiding beneath your calm. Mars amplifies. The moon exposes. Together, they create a cosmic pressure cooker that reveals what you're truly made of. So, if you feel like you're spiraling, pause, take a breath. Say, "This isn't chaos, this is calibration." Because the truth is, the moon is testing your clarity, not to confuse you, but to prepare you. The version of you that emerges from this won't be the one that avoids storms. It'll be the one that's anchored through them. Right now, the tension you're feeling isn't always loud, but it's deliberate. The universe is setting emotional bait, not to trap you, but to reveal you. You're being watched, not by people, but by energy itself. Every sigh, every reaction, every choice you make in discomfort is being noted, not judged, just quietly observed. Because the spiritual realm isn't looking for your perfection, it's looking for your truth. This isn't a performance. This is a private test with public consequences. The question is simple. Who are you when no one applauds? Who are you when everything feels off and no one validates your struggle? In that space, where pressure has no name and support feels invisible, the real you rises. Not the curated self, not the rehearsed self, but the raw, reactive, responsive soul. And the universe? It responds to that version of you. This week isn't about passing or failing. It's about alignment. Are your actions in sync with what you claim to believe? Are your responses matching the reality you say you're building? Because when energy sets a trap, it's not hoping you fall, it's hoping you wake up. Quietly, clearly, completely. This week, what stirs inside you might feel foreign, but it's not new. It's ancient, it's familiar. The moon isn't just pulling tides, it's pulling truths. Emotions that seemed long gone, jealousy, resentment, bitterness, that old itch to sabotage your own joy, are whispering again. But this isn't regression, it's revelation. You're not falling backward, you're finally facing what's been hiding in your blind spots. Your shadow isn't your enemy, it's your mirror. Every uncomfortable feeling that arises now is a messenger, not a monster, and the more you resist it, the louder it gets. But if you name it, if you say, "I see you, anger," or "I hear you, insecurity," the spell breaks. This is not about guilt, it's about awareness without shame. You can't evolve from what you pretend doesn't exist. So sit with what surfaces. Don't push it down. Invite it in. Journal it. Speak it. Walk with it like an old friend who finally tells the truth. Because your shadow isn't asking to stay, it's asking to be acknowledged, processed, and released. And the moment you stop fearing it, you reclaim the power it's been holding hostage. Mark May 4th, not just as a date, but as a pressure point. This is the moment when the Moon and Mars collide in full force, creating an emotional spark that can't be ignored. It may feel like your heart is on high volume and your mind can't keep up. You might find yourself snapping unexpectedly, crying without knowing why, or slipping into deep reflection that doesn't seem to have a clear cause. This is a cosmic emotional detonation, not meant to harm, but to release. When that wave hits, don't try to shove it down. Let it rise, but don't hand it the wheel. The energy will be raw, unpredictable, and intense, but temporary. It's not here to control you, it's here to reveal you. And what erupts isn't just drama, it's decades of micro-emotions, patterns, and buried reactions seeking air. So when it all comes up, remember, you're not losing your grip, you're shedding a weight you were never meant to carry forever. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. This is your moment to witness the storm without becoming it. Let it pass through you. Let the anger speak, but don't obey it. Let the sadness spill, but don't drown in it. Because May 4th is not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. And the way you respond may shape what unfolds in the weeks to come. There's a deeper layer to this week's energy, one that most won't even notice. You're being spiritually scanned, not in a dramatic spotlight on you way, but in subtle, almost invisible ways. The universe is paying close attention, not to your wins, but to your wiring. How do you act when things don't make sense? When clarity disappears and you have to choose between fear and faith? This scan is looking for your inner compass, not your outer performance. Think of it like a sacred surveillance. Every moment, every response, even your stillness is being recorded. Not for judgment, but for mirroring. That's the twist. The feedback comes fast. The people who trigger you, the signs you stumble across, the silence that suddenly feels too loud, these are all reflections of your internal state. The scan doesn't just observe, it reflects back what's inside, often before you're ready. So this week, be intentional, not perfect, just aware. When something irritates you or pulls at your peace, pause and ask, what is this showing me about me? The spiritual scan doesn't miss a detail, but the beauty is, neither does grace. You're not being tested to be punished, you're being readied for the next level. And this is how the universe checks if you're really aligned to receive it. What you're feeling right now isn't just a passing mood swing, it's an energetic injection. The emotions, the restlessness, the strange sensitivity, they're not random. They're part of a spiritual coding sequence that's embedding itself into your field. This week is more than emotional turbulence. It's a frequency rewrite, imprinting your energetic body with a new resonance. Whether you're aware of it or not, something within you is being recalibrated. This shift won't fade when the week ends. It leaves a residual mark, a vibration that echoes into the choices you make, the people you attract, and the version of you that rises after the chaos. You may feel exhausted, inspired, overwhelmed, or deeply introspective. These are not moods to brush off. They're signals. Your energetic blueprint is absorbing data, preparing for a future you haven't yet seen but are already being shaped for. So don't dismiss the heaviness. Don't ignore the dreams or the gut feelings. Lean into them. Ask what they're trying to install. Because you're not just surviving a hard week, you're receiving a download. And every reaction, every revelation, every tear is part of the upgrade. You don't have to understand it fully. You just have to stay open while it's happening. If things suddenly feel off track, if your plans are unraveling or your emotions are spinning out, pause, breathe. This isn't your downfall. It's your detour. What feels like failure right now is actually feedback from the universe. It's showing you where something is misaligned, not to break you, but to redirect you. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Think of this week as a spiritual GPS recalculating your route. The discomfort, the obstacles, even the emotional chaos, they're course correctors, not signs of collapse. What you thought was a closed door might actually be a reroute to something better aligned with your soul's evolution. The challenge is to see the redirection as grace, not rejection, to respond with curiosity, not control. So when the shift comes, and it will, pivot. Don't panic. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? That small shift in perspective is the key to navigating it with power instead of fear. The universe isn't tearing your life apart, it's rearranging it for something that matches who you're becoming. Trust the pivot. It's pulling you closer to the life you actually asked for. This week, the universe is speaking in whispers, not shouts. That déjà vu you brushed off? That strange dream you can't shake? That phrase you overheard that keeps replaying in your mind? These aren't accidents. They are pre-alignment codes, subtle spiritual breadcrumbs meant to lead you deeper into awareness. The cosmos is communicating, but only those tuned in will hear it. What shows up in your field right now carries a message. It may come as a gut feeling, a symbol, or a conversation that seems oddly timed. These are signals embedded in your reality, designed to help you see through the spiritual static. The fog isn't meant to blind you. It's meant to slow you down, to train you to listen beyond logic, and to feel beneath the surface of what's familiar. So pay attention. Write down the dreams. Reread the texts that felt oddly significant. Replay the moment that gave you chills. These are not distractions. They are directions. When the universe wants to realign you, it doesn't always do it with lightning. Sometimes it does it with the subtle tap of a message you almost missed. This week, your body becomes the messenger before your mind even catches on. That sudden wave of exhaustion in the middle of the day, that tightness in your chest for no clear reason, the restless sleep or the random tension in your jaw. These aren't just physical quirks, they're energetic broadcasts. Your body is processing what your spirit is sensing, and it's speaking first through symptoms, not words. Mars doesn't always explode. Sometimes it whispers. It slips into the quiet corners of your confidence and convinces you to shrink in someone else's light. It shows up as jealousy, comparison, or that subtle urge to sabotage what you say you want. Don't just watch for rage, watch for withdrawal. Mars in disguise doesn't shout, it undermines. And the moment you name that feeling, the illusion begins to lose its grip. Awareness disarms what ego hides. From May 1st to 7th, every emotion, every thought, every reaction is being recorded. Not by cameras, but by energy. This week is a recording session for your soul. What you feel becomes frequency. What you choose becomes code. This is not a demand for perfection, but a call to be fully present. The universe isn't waiting to reward you at the end of the test. It's watching what you're ready to hold, carry, and activate now. And don't forget, May 4th is the emotional trigger, the peak point. Your reactions in that moment carry weight beyond the moment itself. So feel deeply, respond consciously, and above all, Stay grounded. You haven't just been warned, you've been prepared. Comment, "I'm aligned," if you already feel this shift unfolding. Like this video to anchor your energy and subscribe for more cosmic updates, because the sky is speaking and your soul is finally listening.